Hey everyone, this is Shahid Iqbal from Rang Film Festival, the third edition, May 16th and 17th in Houston at Match. And I'm just so excited and thrilled that we have Maira Haider Shah, an accomplished actress from Austin, Texas. So let's talk to Maira, let's get to know how her experience has been, what her journey has been, and also the 48-hour film challenge. Hello Maira, कैसी हो?
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Shai. I am so excited to be here. This is my second year in Rung, so thank you for having me on this podcast today.
Wonderful, wonderful. So before we get into the 48-hour, Maira, I would like you to share the journey of your acting career so far. I know you come from a business background and then you decided to do acting full-time. You've been already working in the Texas market. So as you know that our audiences are new to filmmaking and things like that, share some experiences, maybe a short timeline.
Okay, so 3.5 years ago, I started my journey into acting out of complete bewilderness, out of complete lack of not knowing what to do. And I just wanted to, I was in Austin, I live in Austin, Texas, and I was going through a life experience. And I don't want to get too much into that, but after that, I just said, what do I want to do? And I'm kind of a daredevil. I've always been that way, rebellious. So I was like, all right, you know what, I want to try something really outside the box. So I gave myself the opportunity to start taking acting lessons in Austin. And I started going to Austin's The Actors School. And I started taking a bunch of classes. And I took a class where I was really closed off and in my shell at that time because I'm a mother of 2 daughters. And you know, being a mom and all that, it's not something that moms break into, you know, after, but I just did it. I was like, you know what, YOLO. So I just said, you know, I'm gonna just go for it, and I started taking classes. I took improv, I took, you know, just fundamentals of acting and things like that at the Actors School. And I ended up meeting so many fabulous people who were in my position, some actors that were just going to class again just to refresh. So it was just an amazing experience. And then, you know, first it was just easy stuff where, you know, you're just not trying to be shy anymore and just getting outside.
Short roles and
no roles.
Maybe extras.
No roles.
No,
nothing.
Oh,
you're
wow.
starting to just, you know, be focus on yourself as an individual and getting out of the shell.
Getting out of the shell. Okay, I get it. Right.
You know, because we're sheltered.
Right.
So especially in our community.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, I'm just trying to encourage the younger generations to give this thing a shot. I mean, don't give up your day jobs. But definitely, this is a passion, then you should pursue it. Because again, YOLO. I live by YOLO. If I could get a tattoo, it will be of YOLO.
YOLO.
So that's how I started, and then and then that's when they start putting you in front of the camera and start doing your screen tests and things like that. And one of my fellows in my class, he was the cinematographer, and one day out of the blue, he's like, Maira, we're looking for a bartender for our 48-hour film project, and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But he was giving me my first opportunity.
So your first opportunity actually was 48 hours?
Yes.
Wow.
It was my 48-hour project.
Wow.
I did a little bit of background stuff, but you know, background stuff is just basically sitting around, and sometimes you're seen and sometimes you're not seen because they usually blur out the background. So this was the first time that this person asked me, he's like, Maria, you want to be on this thing? We're looking for this girl, blah, blah. He could have selected so many people in the class, but he asked me, and I said, yes, absolutely. And that was my first film. It was called Hawk something, iHawk or something like that.
Right.
I mean, I can't even remember because I've done 7 now.
Wow. So with so many 48-hour projects, I think they do it worldwide, right? It happens in every major city,
So
happens every year.
Yes.
So tell us about the whole, what 48-hour film is and what the journey is.
So once I got the film, that's when I found out what it was. And so basically, this is a worldwide phenomena. It happens it's happening right now as we speak. Some country, city is having a 48-hour project as we speak. So what happens is we already have like teams kind of already set. Like we already have a cinematographer.
Right.
We already have somebody, a writer on our team. We
Right.
have a couple of actors already lined up. And they know that, like, okay, for example, this June 5th, 6th, 7th will be the Austin 48-hour project. And I've been already asked to be part of it by my team, who I've been already doing projects with. So they already have like 4 or 5 people lined up. There's a writer there, there's a director there already, there's a cinematographer, there's a gaffer, there's a sound person, all the people are there. And this movie does not make any money. It's indie, completely independent. There's no budget, and this movie has to be completed in 48 hours. So
the writing, directing, acting, everything has to finish in 48 hours.
exactly.
And then after you finish it in 48 hours, you submit it for competition,
Yes.
right?
So we go to a meeting, and that meeting kind of is like, it's kind of like called like a kickoff.
Kickoff, right.
So they do a kickoff there. All the teams are there, and then the actors are there. We're like waiting at the house wherever we pick a spot to be, and we're waiting for us to get the cues so we can start writing the script that night.
Wow.
So around like 7 p.m. the meeting ends and the timer goes off. They give us 30 minutes to get home. But there are some reasons for that, because you cannot just be like, okay, there's a movie sitting on my shelf that I want to, you can't submit something like that.
It has to be a brand new idea, brand new
It has to be
dialogue.
made that weekend in that 48 hour and edit it and submit it. And if it's not, and then it's disqualified, you're disqualified. So usually there's about like 30, 40 teams that go in, and maybe like 25 to come out with a film. And then it's judged, and if you win the festival, the 48-hour film festival, then what happens is you get to go to Filmapalooza.
Filmapalooza, yeah, big event.
If you win there, then you can go to Cannes.
Cannes Film Festival, wow.
Yeah, and then screen there. So it's a long way, but that's the struggle.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the struggle for the journey, right?
And I'm a big adrenaline junkie. And I like doing things where I'm like, we're like, bouke pyase, but like we're gonna make this film in 48 hours, and it could be from like 7-8 minutes. I think tops like 7 minutes.
Wow. So, Maira, you started to come into acting, and your first thing was 48 hours. How has your journey been so far? I'm sure you keep getting offers now and then. What has been the journey right now? Is it more short films, more feature films, or like a mix?
It's a good question. I love what I'm doing right now. I'm very content. Whatever comes my way, I've been getting offers. I had to turn some down, unfortunately, for moral reasons. But when something comes my way, I'm actually even writing stuff. We've had this discussion. And I like to probably produce my own films, and I see all the great people here producing, writing, and once you get into this business, the bug bites you, and then you're just like, I want to act, I want to do this, I want to do that.
It's a curse. It's a curse, right?
It is, and again, it's for passion, and it's for myself. It's for my own betterment and to tell stories. We have so many stories.
So many. Unbelievable.
We don't have the funding, but we have stories.
Yeah, we'll do it even without funding.
Yeah.
I am such a proponent of doing things. Just go out and do it.
Yeah.
If you have more money, make it more sweeter. If you have less money, make it less sweeter. Do it.
Do it. Just do it.
So Maira, let's circle back about Rang Film Festival is a representative of Pakistani filmmakers, right? So Pakistanis, Indians, or our subcontinental folks, we don't wake up with a mission of acting or visual and performing arts. So did you have any challenges culturally, family-wise, as you dabbled into acting?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody disowns me. And then Shahid Bhai adopted me with the Rang Film Festival. But I have two daughters. They're very supportive. Everybody else thinks I'm psychotic. And I've gone over
over the hill. You've gone over the hill. Yeah.
I'm like, not yet. I have a few more years. But no, I love it. Again, I told you guys that I'm a daredevil. I just kind of like to pursue things that are outside the norm. And I love it, and I do it for myself. And once now that I'm making the films, now everybody's looking at me like, huh, she did it.
Yeah, there's something to see.
Yeah, now there's something to see. Yeah. But before that, unfortunately, unless I was a doctor or a lawyer or this or that, that's like the standard in our culture, unfortunately. But I always my daughter, she's in her 20s, and she wanted to be a voice actor. So I was sending her to voice acting classes, but she still has to have her day job too.
Of course.
Which I actually tell everybody have that, and then pursue the passion on the side. And because filmmaking is all about passion. And
yeah, it is about passion. Yeah. It's about passion. It's about storytelling. You have to work with people that you never have worked before, yes. Right? Yes. So you have to understand networking, relationships, yes. Connections, and all that.
And I'm luckily a very social person, so I get the opportunities. And if you are going into this field, be a social butterfly. You have to really go out there and get.
So you're giving like a acting 101 to all the future folks, right?
I want the children of the next generation, because I'm not going to be here forever, but the future generations have to come out and do whatever that they can. And I'm actually trying to even help my little niece right now. And she was into acting, and she sat with me for hours, and I was telling her, I was actually going to take her to the next 48 Hour, the one that's going to be in Houston next month.
Yeah.
In July. I'll be here again for that. And so, and she's going to come with me to watch, because she wants to pursue that. And I knew her. It's for you.
Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, Maira, there's just so many things to talk about, right? Yeah. As you know, but time is our enemy all the time, so we're going to have to end this live session here. But thank you so much for sharing about 48-hour films. And I really request you guys to Google 48-hour films. It's a very worldwide concept. It's very creative. It puts a bunch of filmmakers together to make a film in 48 hours. And by God, you have to start and finish in 48 hours. And then if you make your film, then you go to another level, and finally to the Cannes Film Festival in southern France. Yeah. So Maira Shah, everybody, round of applause for Maira.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shahid Bhai, for having me, and Rang Film Festival.
Why not? Thank you. All right.